Welcome to today's video on the power of not reacting, how to control your emotions, inspired by the teachings of Gautam Buddha. In this 10-minute journey, we'll explore profound insights and practical strategies to achieve emotional mastery and inner peace. So, let's start today's video without wasting time. Once upon a time, in a bustling village nestled amidst serene hills and winding rivers, there lived a young man named Ravi. Ravi was known for his quick temper and fiery reactions to even the slightest provocations. His emotions would flare up like a storm, often causing conflicts with friends and neighbors. One day, Ravi heard about a renowned teacher who lived in a nearby monastery. This teacher was said to possess great wisdom and the ability to remain calm in all situations. Intrigued and hoping to gain control over his temper, Ravi decided to seek guidance from this teacher. Upon reaching the monastery, Ravi was welcomed by a serene atmosphere and the sight of the teacher, a venerable monk with a peaceful countenance. Ravi poured out his troubles, explaining how his reactions to anger and frustration were causing turmoil in his life. The monk listened attentively and then nodded thoughtfully. He gestured for Ravi to follow him to a quiet garden behind the monastery. They sat down under the shade of a Bodhi tree, and the monk began to tell him a story. Long ago, the monk started, there was a kingdom where a wise and beloved king ruled. One day, a disgruntled man from a neighboring kingdom came to the court and insulted the king in front of his ministers and subjects. The king, known for his composure and wisdom, remained silent. Ravi listened intently as the monk continued. The man continued to hurl insults, expecting a reaction from the king. But the king remained unmoved, his expression serene and dignified. Finally, the man grew frustrated and demanded to know why the king wasn't reacting to his insults. The king smiled gently and replied, "If someone offers you a gift and you choose not to accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man was perplexed by this response, unable to understand the king's calm demeanor. The monk paused, allowing the wisdom of the story to sink in. Ravi pondered over the meaning behind the king's words. Suddenly it dawned on him, reacting impulsively to insults or provocations only gave power to the person causing the disturbance. By choosing not to react, one could retain their inner peace and dignity. With newfound understanding, Ravi thanked the monk and vowed to practice the art of not reacting impulsively. He returned to his village determined to apply this wisdom in his daily life. Days turned into weeks, and Ravi faced many situations that tested his resolve. Each time he felt anger rising within him. He remembered the story of the wise king and the teachings of the monk. He took deep breaths, paused to reflect, and responded calmly or remained silent when necessary. Gradually, Ravi noticed a transformation within himself. His relationships improved as conflicts reduced. People admired his newfound patience and resilience. Ravi found himself happier and more at peace than ever before. One evening, as Ravi sat by the river reflecting on his journey, he realized the profound impact of Gautam Buddha's teachings on his life. He understood that true strength lay not in reacting impulsively, but in mastering one's own emotions and responses. From that day onward, Ravi became an advocate of the power of not reacting. He shared his story with others in the village, inspiring them to embrace mindfulness and inner peace. Through his example, Ravi continued to spread Gautam Buddha's timeless wisdom, helping others find harmony and tranquility in their lives. And so, the village that once knew Ravi as the hot-tempered young man came to see him as a beacon of wisdom and serenity. All because he learned the invaluable lesson, the power of not reacting. Ravi's reputation spread beyond his village. People from neighboring towns sought his counsel on matters of anger and emotional control. He would often gather them under the same Bodhi tree where he had learned from the monk, sharing stories and teachings passed down from Gautam Buddha. One day, a troubled young man named Arjun arrived at Ravi's doorstep. Arjun was known for his explosive temper, which had caused him to lose friends and jeopardize his job. He pleaded with Ravi for guidance, desperate to change his ways. Ravi welcomed Arjun warmly and shared his own journey of transformation. He spoke of how learning to control his reactions had brought him inner peace and improved his relationships. Arjun listened intently, inspired by Ravi's story and eager to follow in his footsteps. Under Ravi's mentorship, Arjun began to practice mindfulness and the art of not reacting impulsively. Whenever he felt anger rising within him, he remembered Ravi's teachings and the story of the wise king. He learned to pause, take deep breaths, and respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. With time and dedication, Arjun noticed a positive change in himself. His temper became less frequent and intense. He began to communicate more effectively and resolve conflicts peacefully. As he experienced the benefits of emotional control, Arjun felt a sense of liberation and empowerment. Months passed, and Arjun's transformation became evident to everyone around him. His colleagues noticed his newfound calmness and professionalism. His friends appreciated his ability to listen and empathize. Arjun's relationships flourished, and he found fulfillment in helping others navigate their own emotional challenges. One day, as Ravi and Arjun sat together under the Bodhi tree, reflecting on their respective journeys, Arjun expressed his gratitude. "Ravi, you have changed my life," he said sincerely. "I used to believe that my temper was beyond my control, but you showed me that I have the power to choose how I respond to situations." Ravi smiled warmly and replied, "Arjun, the power was within you all along. I simply shared what I learned from Gautam Buddha and guided you on your path. Remember, true strength lies not in suppressing emotions, but in understanding and mastering them." From that day forward, Ravi and Arjun continued to spread the teachings of Gautam Buddha in their community. They organized meditation sessions, shared inspirational stories, and supported others in their journey towards emotional mastery. Together, they became catalysts for positive change, inspiring countless individuals to embrace mindfulness and the power of not reacting. And so, the legacy of Gautam Buddha's teachings on emotional control and inner peace lived on through Ravi, Arjun, and all those whose lives they touched. Their story serves as a timeless reminder that through awareness, compassion, and practice, anyone can cultivate harmony within themselves and create a more peaceful world around them. As Ravi and Arjun continued their journey of spreading Gautam Buddha's teachings, they encountered various challenges and opportunities to apply the principles of not reacting in real-life situations. One day, while walking through the marketplace, they witnessed a heated argument between two merchants over a misunderstanding. The voices grew louder, and it seemed like the argument might escalate into a physical confrontation. Without hesitation, Ravi and Arjun approached the merchants and calmly intervened. Drawing upon their own experiences, Ravi and Arjun gently guided the merchants to step back and take a deep breath. They encouraged them to listen to each other without interrupting and to express their grievances calmly. Gradually, the tension diffused, and the merchants realized that the misunderstanding was based on a miscommunication rather than ill intentions. Impressed by Ravi and Arjun's composure and wisdom, the merchants thanked them for their intervention. They acknowledged that their initial reactions had been driven by frustration and misunderstanding. Ravi and Arjun shared stories of Gautam Buddha's teachings on mindfulness and non-reactivity, inspiring the merchants to consider alternative ways of resolving conflicts in the future. As their reputation for promoting peace and harmony spread, Ravi and Arjun were invited to neighboring villages and towns to share their insights and teachings. They conducted workshops on mindfulness and emotional intelligence, attracting people from all walks of life who were eager to learn how to cultivate inner peace and enhance their relationships. During one of these workshops, a young woman named Maya approached Ravi with tears in her eyes. She confided that she had been struggling with anger issues, which had strained her relationships with her family and friends. Maya expressed her desire to change but felt overwhelmed by her emotions. Ravi listened attentively to Maya's story and offered her guidance based on Gautam Buddha's teachings. He emphasized the importance of self-awareness and mindful breathing as tools to help manage overwhelming emotions. He shared practical exercises and encouraged Maya to practice patience and compassion towards herself. Over time, Maya began attending Ravi and Arjun's workshops regularly. She embraced the practice of mindfulness and gradually gained control over her reactions. Maya's transformation was remarkable, and she became an advocate for emotional intelligence within her own community, helping others who faced similar challenges. As Ravi, Arjun, and Maya continued to touch lives with Gautam Buddha's teachings, they realized the profound impact of their work. They witnessed individuals overcoming deep-seated conflicts, fostering understanding in their relationships, and experiencing newfound peace within themselves. Reflecting on their journey, Ravi and Arjun knew that they were carrying forward the timeless wisdom of Gautam Buddha, the power of not reacting. They understood that true mastery lay not in suppressing emotions but in transforming them through awareness and compassionate action. And so Ravi, Arjun, Maya, and all those who embraced Gautam Buddha's teachings became beacons of hope and inspiration in their communities. Together, they demonstrated that by cultivating inner peace and choosing mindful responses, each individual has the power to create positive change and contribute to a more harmonious world. Thanks for watching my video. Like, subscribe my channel,